Hi, everybody. How's it going? I was reminded by my college roommate that I hadn't done a video in a little bit more than a week. And so I wanted to touch base with you today. I didn't mean to not do one. I guess I just got busy and completely forgot. So please forgive me for that. Um, I wanted to let you know that today it's Sunday and my husband is working. I've run a few errands, but I decided to take it easy this afternoon because, next week is Thanksgiving. I need to do a few hours of my part time job on Monday. And then on Tuesday, my stepson is coming in for Thanksgiving. On Wednesday, I have chemo. Thursday, I have Thanksgiving. And Friday, I have to go get my pump removed, and I'll be feeling tired that day. So I decided, it's going to be a busy week, so just take it easy today. So, one of my favorite things to do while I'm taking it easy is to to color in those adult coloring books that I've mentioned before. And so, and I also have a Hallmark Christmas movie going on in the background. And you can laugh and make fun of that all you want. I used to do that. I used to make fun of it. But now, in my current circumstance, I find those to be very, very soothing. So I have that going on in the background while I'm doing my coloring, and I'm in a room that has lots of beautiful light coming in, and I just really enjoy it. So I thought I'd try to turn the camera around and show you the one that I just finished. Let's see if I can get this accomplished. Yeah, there it is. Um, so this is the one that I had been working on, and you know, I'm not artistic at all. So the most art that is in coming for me on this is that I chose the colors, and that's really fun to me. So just wanted to share that with you. I also thought I would let you know what has been going on with me relative to my cancer treatments. So about 3 weeks ago, I had a chemo treatment, and they come every 2 weeks. So I noticed that this particular time I had a little bit more trouble than I usually do, and that was from a gastro standpoint. And so it was kind of a bummer because I didn't have as many days that I could get out and about like I usually do. The issue is, I'll go ahead and say it, it's diarrhea. And so you just don't feel comfortable going out. Uh, and so, anyway, I had this problem. And then one day, I felt fine. And then, like just in a moment, all of a sudden I started shivering and my teeth were chattering. And I felt so cold, I could not even believe it. And I couldn't stop the shivering or the teeth chattering. And it freaked me out. I'm going to be very honest. And I got in bed and I got under like four blankets and I just couldn't get warm. I took my temperature thinking, oh my gosh, am I getting the flu or something? And my temperature was normal. And so my husband said, well, why don't you go outside and sit in the sun and maybe that'll help? Because, we live in South Florida. So he said, maybe it's the air conditioning. And so I went outside and it didn't make a difference. I was still shivering and teeth chattering out of control. So I called the doctor, spoke to his nurse. She said that's not a normal reaction to chemo, so she didn't think that's what was happening. But she thought maybe I was getting the flu or something, and she wanted me to take my temperature again while she was on the phone. Again, it was still normal. And she said, I'm going to have to talk to the doctor about this and call you back. Well, she called back and said that he said that maybe I was catching something and that out of an abundance of caution, he wanted to prescribe an antibiotic, but just for 3 days. So I had also told the nurse that, I had been having diarrhea and that I was maybe not good about rehydrating. And she said, oh, maybe that's what's going on. And she said, well, when your husband goes to pick up the prescription, have him get some low sugar Gatorade and drink that, just to rehydrate yourself. So while he was going to Walgreens, my shaking stopped, my teeth stopped chattering. So I don't know why, but they did. And then I drank some Gatorade, and I felt fine. It was just the weirdest thing that had happened. Okay. So then when it was time for me to get my next chemo treatment, my doctor said, I'm not going to give you chemo because of the issues that you had, and I'm going to postpone it for a week. But today I want you to go over to the infusion center anyway, and I want them to give you intravenous hydration. So that took 2 hours. And after I was done with that, I felt so much better, and I didn't even think I felt bad before. But that really made me feel good. And so now my next treatment is going to be on Wednesday of next week, the day before Thanksgiving. But the good news out of all of this is that I didn't have chemo, for 3 weeks. And so this third week, I've been feeling so normal and so great. I got out and did a lot while my husband was off on Thursday and Friday. Took a lot of Jeep rides, went out to eat, did a lot of errands, and I felt great. So that was a bonus. But I really hope I don't have any more episodes of that teeth chattering. That's freaky. Okay. And so on Wednesday, when I get my treatment, of course, they will do the blood work first and see if I have any problems with any levels of everything they look at. But hopefully they'll go ahead and give me the treatment. And so that is about all that's really been happening. I just wanted to touch base with you and say hello. And I want to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. And, know that we have to hold our friends and our family dear, that are dear to us. We have to hold them very close and tell them that we love them. And you all know this, but I'm just sending a friendly reminder. Oh, one other thing I wanted to say was that I got a little bit bummed out and had to manage my emotions because my family is having a reunion on December the 2nd in Missouri. And I really, really wanted to go. But under my circumstances, for the first time in my life, I don't feel as comfortable flying alone, especially when I have to change planes and, all sorts of things that if I'm not feeling well and having to do that by myself, it makes me uncomfortable. And my husband really is uncomfortable about it. So he was going to come with me, even though trying to get days off at this time of year in South Florida when you work in the hotel business is very, very challenging. But he was able to get one day off, so we would have had a long weekend. But unfortunately, the flights just would not cooperate. They wouldn't sync with this schedule that he has. And so sadly, we had to decline and we're not able to attend. And it was hard on me. I felt really sad because I really wanted to see them. Although I had just seen my family about 2 months ago when we were in St. Louis and they came to a party. And they were all so loving and wonderful that I think I wanted another dose of that. But it's just not in the cards. So we're going to try to go in the near future and try to get another type of get together coordinated. So I had to work to manage those emotions, but I'm feeling better now. And I think what made me feel better was today I went to buy a really beautiful Christmas card and I wrote it to the family and I'm sending it to my cousin and asking him to have the card passed around at the luncheon, which by the way is going to be in a kind of like a country inn. And I'm sure it's decorated beautifully for Christmas. And I'm really sorry that I'm missing out on that. But anyway, I wrote a very appreciative message in the card about how much I appreciate them and how much that they're being by my side and sending me little cards and little gifts and coming to that party that we had. It meant the world to me. And so I just wrote all of that in a card, and hopefully they'll pass it around and they'll feel our presence even though we aren't there. So that's about it. I guess I will close now, but I wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.